It wasn't pretty, but in OU, Texas, all that matters is that it was a victory. I'm Barry Tramel, along with OU writer Jason Kersey. We're on the floor of the Cotton Bowl, where the Sooners survived Texas 31-26 on Saturday. And JK, Sooners didn't play well. Good part of this day, but man, they won.
Yeah, in the first half, the offense was completely unable to stay on the field, only had 14 offensive snaps in the first half. The same number, as it turns out, of first downs Texas had. So both sides of the ball really struggled in the first half, but somehow, because of a few big plays, a kickoff return for a touchdown and an interception return for a touchdown, OU had a lead at halftime somehow. And in the third quarter, both played better. In the fourth quarter, OU gets up 31-13 and then almost gives it back.
Yeah. It was a strange game, but like you said, those two big plays, Alex Ross, the kickoff return, his second of the year for a touchdown, his third of the year of at least 80 yards, and Zach Sanchez with an interception return. By the way, Zach Sanchez is back, played very well. When you have big-time playmakers but make big-time plays, it makes up for a lot of errors.
Yeah, and we saw that in West Virginia too. A really stagnant first half by Oklahoma was really changed by an Alex Ross kick return, and that really, he sort of played the same role here today.
Well, it's a case of the Sooners have got to get better, got to play better. But last Saturday, as we saw in Fort Worth, they played not so great and lost. This is a much better feeling. I thought Bob Stoops said it well when he said, this is a game you need to win, and you're never going to apologize for defeat. We talked about that 14 plays this Sooner offense had, but Texas got 45 plays of its own in the first half. The OU defense was not very good, and they let Tyrone Swoops dictate that first half and couldn't get off the field. A lot of third and long conversions, a lot of second and long conversions. Texas didn't. It's not like Texas was pristine. Bad snaps, penalties, and yet Texas overcame them to get a lot done.
And that was what was so mind-boggling about the first half, was that Texas did have all those penalties, and they did struggle. They weren't crisp in different ways, but they still were dominating the game statistically, and yet OU was winning the game. It was just a really strange first half all around for both teams.
Yeah, and guys whose name we haven't mentioned sort of had a struggling first half, but came out and played better in the third quarter. Trevor Knight, I thought, did some good things. Still nowhere near that Alabama level, but at least he had something to build upon, I thought, in that third quarter. He and Sterling Shepard connecting on a couple of big plays that really ignited the Sooners.
Yeah, definitely. And I also think that someone who had a better second half than the first half was Josh Heupel. I think that there were a lot of criticism about him in the first half, at least just seeing it on social media. A lot of people were really upset with him. In the second half, he seemed to get creative, came out with a reverse right there on the first play, I believe, of the second half, and seemed to really improve his game as well.
Yeah. The Sooners, like we said, didn't play well, but got a victory. Here on the floor of the Cotton Bowl, that's really all that matters. Improvement, beauty points, style points, all that can come later, but not in Dallas, where all that matters is victory. Stay tuned for further OU football coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.